Hey guys, Marslinger here bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so we are drawing close to the end of what I guess we would call part 1 of the thank you celebration on Global for November. We are basically getting to the point where there is no other content that has been officially announced, and so we are of course left to wonder what is going to fill the gap between now and the Dragon Ball Heroes celebration, as well as what is going to come after, because remember, part 2 of this celebration, if it begins soon, which it should do, is not just going to go up to the Heroes celebration and then stop. The Heroes celebration is, of course, its own separate entity, right? And it just takes place at the same time as whatever else is going on at the game. So scrolling down the list here, you can see we have gotten to this point here as of today, right? We are at Explosive Chain Battle versus Baby, came out today. The guide for that is up if you want to check it out. Let me know what score you got. We got the Guru's Guidance, which is the extra chance to level up links stage, which can be done once per day. And we also got the once per day get movie bosses, all movie heroes skill orbs. The only other thing that has been in the news that we know of for sure is new quest stages, chapter 5 part 2. This will be area 31 stages 5, 6, 7 and 8. And as you can see, those will be available as of Wednesday. There is a maintenance on Tuesday evening. It lasts until 8 AM on Wednesday for me here in the UK. I believe that's midnight PST for the US, 3 AM for the EST. So obviously the early stream Wednesday, there'll be no early stream Wednesday. Once the maintenance is actually over, we will see what is going to be coming with part 2. Because obviously we get to Wednesday the 15th, and we are still 1 full week away from the release of Heroes. So what are we going to see in part 2? Now, if we bring up the timeline for last year, obviously last year on Global, we got a Dokkan Fest at the beginning of the month instead of getting the Tanabata LR. This year, obviously they gave us the LR Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku in this time slot instead. But as we scroll down here, we can see some of the things that start to line up, right? So we got Beerus's EZA a couple of days ago. Last year on the 11th of November, that was when we got the Int Angel Golden Frieza EZA. Man, what a disappointment that was. Thinking back to that, that's a year old now, and he was probably never relevant, right, based on what he got for his EZA. New Super Battle Road stage also came out the same day as the Beerus EZA. And then funnily enough, on the 17th of November, so just out by 2 days, we actually got the some new quest stages here as well. So it's kind of funny to think that we are a year later and we're now getting some new quest stages on pretty much the same day, right? It's only out by 2 days. But the big thing that came up after that, and of course will be in the title and thumbnail of the video, I'm sure, is on the 18th of November, we got a World Tournament. Now, if we take a look at the calendar for this week, I mean, I'm looking at it, you guys can't see it on the screen, but I'm sure you can look at your own ones on your phone or your desktop. Wednesday, when the maintenance is going to be completed, as we know, is the 15th. And then Heroes is coming out a week later. It'll be Wednesday morning, the 22nd for me. Very late Tuesday evening, the 21st for some of you guys in the US. So if we were to get a World Tournament around this time, Friday is the 17th of November. So that pretty much puts the World Tournament at the exact same time it was last year, because the World Tournament always starts on a Friday and goes for the whole of Friday, Saturday and Sunday, and then ends, I think it's like 6 AM on a Monday that it ends for me, technically. And that's really the only place to fit it in if we were going to get a World Tournament before Heroes. Now, Global is currently 3 World Tournaments behind JP. I was talking about this on my stream this morning. From the beginning of July, which is when I moved into full-time content creation, the reason why I remember this, because once I moved into doing this full-time and obviously don't have to worry about shifts at another job, I told you guys in my community that the next time we got a World Tournament, we would do another massive subathon type stream where we stream for potentially 24 hours, potentially even more than that, when a World Tournament comes out. And that was at the beginning of July. And since then, we have not had a World Tournament. So here we are, what, 3.5 months later? It was the whole of July, August, September, October, and yeah, we're halfway through November, so it's 4.5 months. And we haven't had a World Tournament in that time. So That's kind of crazy. I feel like we will be getting one of those, right? Because if we don't get one this coming weekend, then Heroes comes out on the 21st / the 22nd. Then we have the weekend of the 25th, where I guess they could drop one. And then after that, we move into December, and then we're going to be fitting in either a new Dokkan Fest, the Omega Part 2 potentially. Now, Omega could be announced, like, once the maintenance is over, this is when we're going to find out what is coming, right? So I'll be making a video Wednesday morning when the maintenance is over. We should have an update in the news. We may even get it on the Tuesday evening before the maintenance begins, maybe. But we should know by Wednesday morning what is going to be coming out over the next little while. And the thing is, as much as it is a game mode that I know a lot of people don't enjoy, I am hoping that we do get a world tournament and that we do get it this coming weekend. One of the major reasons for that is, A, we are behind by multiple world tournaments, as I've already said, and we need to catch up, right? The games are going to sync up at some point. We need to catch up to where they are with all of the content, not just Dokkan Fest, EZA, stuff like that. So catching up with the World Tournament is obviously very important. But secondly, the World Tournament, depending on how much you choose to interact with it, you can get quite a lot of stones out of it. And even me, as someone who grinds to get like a decent position, I don't go crazy for like top 10 in the whole world or anything like that, but even as someone who grinds for a decent position, because I have a lot of stamina on my account because I'm max rank, I actually, even if I'm spending stones to refresh my stamina to keep playing the World Tournament like all day long, I still end up with more stones at the end than I had when I started. So obviously, you know, we're bigging up the Heroes agenda. I want to summon for Heroes. I want to rainbow all the units. Having a World Tournament right before Heroes is actually great because it's an opportunity to get more stones. So if we take a look at, this was the 48th World Tournament on JP. This is the next one in line for Global. Because if we go back to number 47, this is the one with the Int, Demon King Piccolo, EZA, and then the Int Super Saiyan Goku, STR Gohan, and Physical Kaioken Goku. And these are the ones that we got during the last World Tournament on Global. So you can see here, 48, there's still a 49 and a 50. So we are way behind. This gives us the TUR Awakening for the Int Future Gohan World Tournament card reward. We then get the EZAs for AGL Beerus, the Tech Demon King Piccolo, Tech GT Super Saiyan Vegeta, and the Tech, STR GT Super Saiyan Goku. So none of these guys particularly stand out as being like super good. So it's not really the units that we're worrying about so much in catching up. It's just the fact that we do need to catch up overall in order to be on that good timeline for the sync. But if we start taking a look at the missions, obviously for your local, we're still on the LR Jackie Chun as the main reward. Finishing first is the only way you get 2 copies, and then all the rest give you 1 up to finishing in the top 150, which should be pretty straightforward to do for most of the brackets. If you finish in the top 10 at least, you do get a couple of stones, which is nice. I don't normally factor those in if I'm saying like, hey guys, you know, play the World Tournament, you'll get a bunch of stones, because finishing first in your local can sometimes be impossible depending on how busy your local grouping is and how much you want to play. But when you look at the missions for like getting wins and stuff overall, right? So as you scroll down the overall wins, you've got what, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 stones here just from getting 8 wins overall, which if that's all you wanted to do in the entire weekend is not going to take very long. The good thing is they did add in these missions for getting guaranteed copies of the cards that are going to EZA, which is really nice because obviously if you're missing any copies of these, pulling them from those actual banners with the guaranteed SSR World Tournament units is a massive pain. So getting guaranteed copies of them is nice, although unfortunately they don't do it for the Dragon Ball Saga characters, so it's very much difficult to get them still. But you get a couple of stones out of that. Then obviously as you level up the tiers, which you just get by leveling up, you get some stones out of this. You get 12 in total by reaching the final tier, which doesn't take that long to do. You only really have to get a few wins and you'll get to that point. So if you're going for the mission wins, you're going to do this anyway. And then as you build up the score as well, this is, I know, what a lot of people do with the World Tournament is the final mission is for 30 million points, and a lot of people just go for that. And honestly, if you have Kais and you don't care about getting a couple of extra ones, 23 million points gives you some stones, and I guess technically that's where you could stop. So this one is going to give you what, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, 17, 20. So you get 20 stones just from getting to 23 million overall. To get to 23 million, you're going to get these wins, right? So you're going to get these 5 as well. So it's 25 from there. They don't show it in here for some reason, but there are daily missions as well. And then you have the wins in a row. So as long as you don't lose your win streak, you're getting extra copies of the Easy A card. There's only a couple of stones available here. It's 3 extra missions. Does this show the daily? Yeah, there you go. So daily, win once, win twice, win 3 times. That's 3 stones every day. So if you have enough stamina to do 3 full wins, which I think is 180, that's 3 stones you get. And then if you didn't play any more for the rest of the day, that's a couple more stones you've got, right? Getting to the semi-finals for the first time is 1 stone as well. And then there are missions for getting meat items as well. So I don't usually do these because for the Masters Mark medals, they're not super important. But getting the extra meat items is pretty good, especially these ones where it's like win multiple times with only 1 character from the category on your team. Very, very easy to do these and then get some extra meat items, which you can then use to keep grinding the world tournament without having to use stones. So you do end up getting quite a few stones overall, and then obviously depending on the bracket that you finish in, none of these give stones to the highest tiers one. No, they don't. So none of these give stones. It's all just going to be a case of how many of these medals do you get. We are at that point now, much like JP, where we're not getting new cards as a reward. We're getting these medals to Easy A, the world tournament cards, and obviously the higher brackets you finish in, the more medals you get. You do have to finish in the top, was it 10? To get enough medals to Easy A all 4 of the new characters, which is a bit crazy. If you just want to do 3, you need 45, so that will be the top 2,000. So usually this is what I go for, top 2,000, anywhere between top 1 and 2,000. Get all the medals to Easy A, at least 3 of the units, so I can do showcases and stuff. There's usually at least 1 of them out of the batch that is pretty terrible, so I'm not too fussed if I miss them. I think there is still at least 1 or 2 of the previous ones that I don't need anymore. Plus, remember, you do get these local rewards, give you the Hercule signatures, which you can use to buy the medals to Easy A LR Piccolo. But if you've already done that, which I imagine most of you will if you do play each of the world tournaments, you can then use those to buy extra world tournament medals. So you can Easy A those extra units if you need to. So a world tournament, I think, definitely could be coming soon. We will know for sure after the maintenance. Like I said, hopefully it will be this coming weekend, so we can get some extra stones for heroes. But we will find out everything that is going to be coming with part 2 on Wednesday. So will it be Omega? Will it be something else? Will we get a filler Dokkan Fest banner, which is what we got last year? It was like a filler legendary summon banner that just had UI Goku, Jiren, and I think SS2 Angel Vegeta featured. It came with like a couple of extra sale packs. And then we went into Heroes, which obviously had its own sales for Global as well. Goes without saying that that'll be an easy skip. But we will know for sure what all that stuff is going to be on Wednesday once the maintenance is complete. And I will make a video going over all of that stuff. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Do you think a World Tournament is coming? Do you think it will come as soon as this weekend? I do think so, because it's been so long. And obviously let me know what you guys think once a World Tournament comes. Like I said, we will do a big marathon stream. Potentially 24 hours or even more, depending on how it goes, right? So if you want to come and see me suffer with the World Tournament for an extended period of time, that will be going on once the next World Tournament actually comes to Global. So let me know all your thoughts down below in the comment section. So that's going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.